Good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you are, and welcome to Chronicles, the City of Martyrs. And we begin our scene down that old stone street lane with the light shining down and lighting up the shop of Treadwell's that seems to be coming back into business, awakening from its long slumber. The windows are no longer boarded up. Clear glass has been installed. The books are starting to re-emerge on the shelves. There is lighting. There is electricity. The holes in the ceiling have been filled in, boarded up. Even new carpet has been installed, and new paint outside, and some signs up saying Treadwell's coming back soon or reopening soon. But this wonderful rebirth, this wonderful image of the shop coming back to life, hides a somewhat more sinister, darker intent as we sort of zoom into the shop and through it to one of our players.
Deep down in the bowels of this stronghold, now barricaded, now protected, shall we say, by more than just simply chains and boards locking it up for safekeeping, perhaps, as it were. Deep down the stone staircase that is older, perhaps even than the building itself, you will find one of the Order of the Dragon doing what they do best, experimenting. Set the scene for us. Where am I?
You're currently the best place to do your experiments is in the basement. There's the main sort of entrance parlor where it's set up for people to visit to for sort of special guests. But there is a back room behind the parlor. Of course, it's hidden by like a large cupboard door. And this used to be an area where you assume Graves probably held many of his artifacts, perhaps chained up a few guests to commit his own experimentations. But it's not been used for a very long time. It's been sort of used as a storage area. But after clearing it up and tidying it up, you see the scratches, nail marks on the walls, carvings of words that people written in saying "help me" or "God help me," let the pain in, and dates numbered in like 1948 and 16 was here 1916, all sort of carved in into the walls. But there's some old chains. There's some old beds, mattresses, again all from the sort of Victorian era. And this is a perfect spot to experiment. And I would say this is where all your subject equipment is.
For a moment, Maria's fingers just sort of go and carve out the words, just sort of tracing them on the walls, just reminiscing, I suppose, about the old times. And then lands on that one date, 1916, and in a way, let's say she turns to the ghoul that's behind her, sort of like a dog at its master's heel. He goes, 1916. Tell you anything?
He looks to you again, very quiet, very humble, never speaks unless spoken to, and just sort of looks and goes, "My old master had many guests over the years, some welcomed, some not so welcome. It was best never to question or ask."
1916 was the year that the volcano Tambora erupted in Indonesia, blanketing the earth in ash, causing what was then called the year without a summer. Imagine if Yellowstone went off, how much the human population would suffer, how much initially my kind would celebrate at this eternal night, but how quickly our meager supplies would become even far scarcer than what they are now. A shepherd must look after his sheep, and a wolf mustn't trim the herd too far.
A herd should know its place.
Those are the old ways. Did you bring my darling daughter?
Uh, yes. Oh, so is this in reference to the new individual? Or
To my child. My darling Aiden's child.
okay. Yeah, he sort of gestures. Sorry, in what way is she been welcomed here? Is she been bound here? Or is she
She has been
forced in?
asked to attend me, but if she doesn't arrive within the next 10 minutes, checking my clock, I will come and grab her from her bedroom. We're being polite at this point.
Oh, you know, she's still in bed. She still hasn't learned proper manners, proper. She's still fresh and new to the condition.
Then we will give it 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, and I'm counting, I shall send my ghoul up to fetch her, kicking and screaming in her nightgown. She will learn discipline.
Yeah, he goes up there, and actually, he goes up there, and she argues, "How dare you? You shouldn't touch me. I'm this." You hear this kind of noise from upstairs, but he does grab her, and he does bring her down, and he does have a very he has such a non-caring look to his face. This is sort of he's done this before. He'll do it again. Anything for the blood. And as he sort of brings her, he kind of throws her to the ground as she kind of bites him at one point, and he throws her to the ground in front of him. She's like, "How dare you touch me? How dare you go near me?"
Scarlet, dear. Enough of your tantrums.
I thought I'd be a bit more respected than this. I'm one of you now. I'm so much better, so much stronger, so much. Oh, I just want to go out. I just want to. I just want to feed again.
My dear, you have shuffled off the mortal coil and come onto a different plane of existence, but you are not yet one of us. Please take that idea and throw it far away from your mind. That comes soon, but not just yet.
Fine then. What do I have to do to become one of you? Do I have to go somewhere, achieve something, a task? What? Name it. I'll be able to do it.
Look deep within yourself, darling daughter. That's what I want you to do. You're so impatient. Impatience will kill you. I intend for you to be something different. What you are now, what you're feeling, that's a flight of fancy that all of us have. I could be like the rest of them, simply use you towards my own ends, but I believe in something greater. I believe you can help me achieve that. Does that sound like something you would be interested in? If not, we can go back to the former.
Fine. We'll do things your way for now, but I want to go out. I want to go see
Where
my
would you go?
friends. I want to.
Where would you go?
Well, anyway, besides this dank, stupid
Choose your
basement.
words carefully, daughter. My patience has an end.
She's really testing the ground here a bit, seeing what she can get away with, what she can't. The way you say that, and again, just your beast kind of oozes out. She's still new to all the sensations of it, and just simply just refrains and goes, "What do you want from me anyway?"
Sweet child, it's not what I want from you. It's what you want from me. And so let me give you the first riddle of the evening. What is it you want?
I want more blood. I want that. that feeling again. I want to. Oh, I just want to go out and
I'll backhand her. Mediocre.
she again. It's weird because she feels like as if to react to like it's painful, but of course, again, due to your condition, sensations are dead, feelings
It's more
are
like
dead.
just a snap. It's just
Yeah, I
like
know. No, it's
there's
just
more.
her. Yeah, it's just her to getting used to it. It's just bizarre. It's that
Mhm,
whole feeling of it didn't actually hurt that much, not as
mhm.
much as it should have. But,
I'll use
uh,
that to my advantage. You are a creature undying. You have limitations put upon you by the sun, by curses that even you at this point are unaware of. What is it that you want? Dream big and do not disappoint me, daughter.
uh, oh, I want more. I I want to make those suffer that made me suffer. I want control. I want power.
What do you want? Ah, you remind me of myself in my younger years. And what would you do with this power?
She's really kind of feeling in and sense as if she's trying to work out what she wants or what the beast wants. Again, it's very hard to distinguish between the two. I want. I don't know. I don't know what I want.
And then I will grab her by the head, not like hurting her, but just sort of grab her head and just almost, grab her, almost caressing like a lover, and just attempt to coax that beast out of her, that indecision, that golden moment of indecision. That's what I want to explore within her. Just grab her and just, just massage the top of her head and almost in an animalistic way just begin to sniff around her and just draw that beast a tiny bit closer and just force her to have that first experience really with the beast, and then just sort of whisper, just don't think, just speak. What is it you want?
And as okay, because this is the beast kind of popping out now. You kind of exude. So you're actually sort of seducing her, your beast. We won't do roles. I think it'll just work automatically. So you spread your beast onto her, and it sort of overwhelms her, and you draw the sort of beast out of her, and try and let it speak. Her voice changes. Her voice gets really low, and just sort of speaks. I want to avenge the dead.
Good girl. Good girl.
And this voice just vibrates the room. Even the table shudders slightly. The room itself echoes very loudly. It just sort of echoes through the room. But then she kind of pauses and doesn't even realize what she's just done.
Does she look like she's realized that she's gone off to La La Land?
It's weird. It's her discovering her beast, and the beast discovering her at the same time, and is one aware of the other
Oh,
at
it's
this point.
beautiful. Oh, this moment of creation is more delicate and more precious than birth itself. Uh,
But then she looks to you closer, going, death is coming. Death, I can hear it. I can feel it. Death is here. It's near. It's nearby. She looks really ridiculous because again she's dressed in a sort of very goth sort of look, goth attire, but speaking about death. But she's actually a bit afraid. She is generally quite afraid as she's saying
uh-huh.
it.
Well, we'll go with that because I have asked her beast to speak, and her beast is speaking, and this ties right in with my research. So even if she's talking gibberish, I will encourage her continuing to talk gibberish because this is what I want to know. And nearby, where nearby? Speak. I'll become more forceful.
I'm, No, she retracts. She retracts as if she's really sensed something or felt something she doesn't like, and she sort of backs away into a corner and goes, "No, no, no. That's I'm not feeling that. That's not what I want. That's I just I want to give me some more of the blood. I just want more blood. That's it. That'll make me feel bad. Don't like that. Oh, what was that?
That was your beast, my dear. We all have it. We all tackle it. We all wrestle with it every evening that we wake and every morning that we go to sleep. It infects our every waking moment and draws us down into the darkest dreams.
Sorry, just to make one note, the ghoul has left you.
That's fine.
He's left you to again deal with the shop and whatever tasks. And she looks to you and just responds, going, "I." It says that the beast is that's that part of me. That's what wants the blood. Is it me or is it something else? I can't tell.
What do you think it is?
It's it's just wonderfully horrid. It's as if I'm being pulled into a pool of blackness, and I don't want to, but it's so wonderful.
Come to me, daughter. I won't deny you any longer. Cut me wrist and hold it out to her. Fuck it. Let's start this ball rolling. Let's not wait on ceremony. She's talking too much shit that's personal anyway.
So she just again immediately jumps to your wrist immediately, and then starts to drink and drain as much as possible, as much as you're willing to give her.
Mm-hmm.
But again, memories go through your mind of again all kindred when they're newly embraced. It's that you're so used to it now. It's been so long since then, but that sensation of being human and the feeling of the beast pulling against you. But now it's so harder to tell the difference these nights where the beast begins and you end. And as these thoughts are going through your head, suddenly you'll hear a commotion upstairs. You'll hear screaming. You'll hear a bookshelf falling or breaking. Some sort of sound. Something's happening upstairs.
Damn it. Scarlet. And I'll just backhand her again. From this moment where both of us are just sort of going, I'm getting fed and I'm feeling gay. As this is breaking this beautiful moment, this beautiful intimate moment that I'm having with my new experiments daughter. And then there's this clamor and commotion. Stay here. Do not move. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, Scarlet, but I need to keep you safe, and I know what the blood does to people. I'm going to chain her up against a wall. I can always erase her memories later.
Still a bit delirious because of the blood, and it's still. She's actually sort of laying on the floor, just groping herself, basically. Because again, the blood is just so sweet. So.
That's fine. I'll just chain her one arm and leg to the wall. So
yeah,
if she wants to get out, she can gnaw.
Yeah, she does at some point realize what you're doing and go, wait, what are you doing? How? And she's trying to pull against the wall and trying to, making a noise and then screaming like a brat and don't shush me. What are you doing? Why are you training me?
I will shush you, or I will sew your lips shut.
She's screaming, and just.
All right, I'm going to, for the first time in this character, use my new special ability, which is my intimidate stare down, because I don't want to waste a discipline on this brat.
Okay, we'll to speed out. We can do a roll to see how well this comes across if you want. Or I think you've got like 5 dice. I'm assuming you must have at least.
If you're running it off manipulation and intimidate, yeah.
It would be her resolve, which isn't high. It'd be -2. Her resolve is pretty weak.
Yeah, that's still got it on a 5.
Oh, that's 5. Yeah, it's an all max. You just describe away.
Pretty much just put a go shh, and when she still starts, just put a finger down against her lips and go, "You can be quiet, or I can sew your lips shut. You wouldn't be the first one."
Oh yeah, with that she immediately just goes quite limp and quiet. She just curls up into a ball in the corner of the room and just sort of stays quite still. And
Let
then
that blood flow through you, darling. Enjoy every moment of it. Close your eyes and go with the beast. Mummy's gonna be right back.
death is coming, death is coming, death is coming.
Death comes for all of us. Slam the door. Turn the handle. It's very much like a safe door in a way to my. Close the latch. Put the code in. Then the bookcase goes in front of it again. And I shall go find out what the commotion is.
Okay, so you go up you go into the main like greeting area. You go up the stairs that lead to the back door of the shop. It's just sort of behind the counter. And as you open the door and kind of walk through, you realize, you feel the sensation of not kindred, but something weaker for you. You see your ghoul, who's literally being like held up against the wall, and this sort of hand holding his throat, and he seems to be bleeding from a wound and a few bite marks and a sort of a cut and a graze on his head. And the shop's been kind of kicked over, torn down, and you can get the distinct sort of smell, and it seems that someone's got gasoline or petrol. That's a distinct smell you can taste straight away. And you see before you two individuals. One, you're sure and the shopkeeper. But both of them are changed now. Both of them are different. But you see this individual looking at you. And as she looks at you, her eyes are filled with like blood rage. Her mouth is gorged on vitae, and she is so angry. And as she just looks to you while holding up your ghoul on the bookshelf, he looks at you and goes, "You killed me over a fucking watch. I'm gonna watch you burn, and I'm gonna burn everything here."
Delightful. Lash out. Using
Okay.
strength.
Lashing out. She hasn't got any blood potency or anything like that, so there's no way for her to. She don't can resolve to resist.
I'm gonna proper lash out. Lash out. You know what that means.
Yeah, go for it if you want to go full now. Is this to lash out with your beast to try and get one over them?
With my frenzy bonuses.
Ah, yes, fair enough. Okay, you know what? I really don't think they can resist because I think they've only got. We'll see what the dice say. So lashing out. So this would be your strength plus your blood potency plus I think Haven Dots apply as well.
I think Haven Dots apply as well.
Yeah, I think Haven Dots as well, plus any other bonuses that you have.
Okie dokie. One moment, let me do some maths.
Just for this lot, I think it's literally 3 dice because it's just there.
You literally know my rolls. This is why I'm doing this. Not only
Oh,
that,
you've got a lot of bonuses doing it, so I'm not entirely sure.
if anyone can fuck this up, it'll be me. So let's.
Yeah, they're rolling 3 dice here, so I would be amazed if they can resist you. But once you do, you get a +2 dice roll to them afterwards, and I think they may have to do
All right. Let me just go to the lobby, and we're gonna have to do this in 2 lots.
Oh, here we go. Lashing out, blood potency plus power attribute, but camera channel boost flares.
So that's the first one, and I've still got 4 dice to roll, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 3 exploding. And we may as well call that an exceptional night. I'm not going to keep rolling and be an asshole.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh, for God's sake, you got good.
This is my haven, and you come in and wreck my shit and fuck with my stuff. That's what just happened.
You describe a way that this is your letting your beast out and pouring it out, and it's your haven just echoes it and amplifies it. And because they have no blood potency themselves, their beasts are a lot weaker.
God. Let's make it poetic. Fuck it. Let's say that this girl, this slip of a girl, has my ghoul, has my property. And she should know by now how particular I am about my property. Has made a very awful decision. To quote the great Helsing Abridged, she done goofed. I simply stand collected for a moment, let her have her little monologue, and whilst I could retaliate in equal a monologue, she is not worth my time. I've killed her once before, and I will do so again, and I will gladly spray paint these walls with her blood. And any friend that she thinks worthy to come into my halls unannounced and threaten me. Me. How the fuck dare you? And that arrogance, that blood just begins to bubble up and it just almost begins to metamorphosize from this calm, collected creature standing about and just half turning in a way that is almost a model's pose to something that is far more sinister. In a second, in a split second, in an instant, in a heartbeat, there's the crouch down of a beast ready to spring. Legs that sort of just fly a tiny bit apart, thighs that clench in the motions about to pounce, claws that almost extend, but not quite in the way of the gangrel, obviously. We wouldn't want to touch that. That's sacrosanct. But in a way, a hand will go up against the wallpaper and just start ripping the wall down in a display of strength, but it's unnecessary in a way, as Maria just sort of tucks her shoulders back, flexes her muscles in a way, and just growls in a way. Her eyes light up even more Ferrari red. There's the fangs that are extended, and that growl, almost like the clap of thunder, like the roll of the Brontide on the air, is electric in a way, and it begins to spread, and it begins to spread like so many dark wings of the Maleficent Seraphim as it concaves in around the walls and makes the walls almost seem to crush down as a beast within a haven is at its most strongest. And that little bitch has made a very big mistake, and if she doesn't piss herself, I'm going to be very surprised.
As this happens, as the walls seem to echo your growl, not even a loud growl, just a calm, very strong, hatred-filled sort of growl. But again, the walls seem to echo it, seem to vibrate it, make it louder, make it stronger. As this happens, the two in front of you, and yes, you recognize your former ghoul, who's now somehow been resurrected, and the shopkeeper, who's also been somehow turned into the same sort of condition. They're both covered in the blood and the vitae and whatever scars and injuries all around them. But as you do this, they both instantly sort of, as if something's pushing them back, as if there's something's forced them back, and they kind of take a few steps back. She lets go of the ghoul, and she even goes on one knee as you do this. It's just as if the beast is compelling her to go down, to fall down before you. The other individual, the shopkeeper, drops the petrol, drops the gasoline canister, which then starts to pour out as he kind of goes on both knees and goes on both hands, as this will is just pushing them down. But after a while, they kind of collect themselves and get themselves back up, but they're a lot weaker. They're a lot more sort of scared or frightened of you, but they're still convicted to destroy you, to destroy this place. Their hatred is still that passionate. The beast is still commanding them to go for you, to attack you. They want what's yours. They want your power.
Am I getting a predator aura off them? Are they worth me diablerizing?
They are what I'm trying to think if you've sensed this before or encountered these individuals before, but you have been told about revenants.
Revenants,
You've been told about creatures that who are ghouled or fed on, or in some circumstances can rise to seek the ones that created them. And they're not kindred per se. They're kind of crazed ghouls, I think is the best way to describe them. They have no beast per se, but they have kindred. They're ghouls with a lot of kindred features, as it were, especially the dead kind. You've not really encountered them before, but you have definitely heard of them.
I don't have time for this shit. Lock eyes with her. Dominic commands devour him. The other one.
Okay, yeah. God, you get so many dice as well. This will be. There'll be a penalty because she's nearly frenzied and she's going to try and kill you anyway. But you gain bonuses because you've lashed out on Dominic here, so that cancels it out, really. So this will just be a normal dominate plus intelligence. And this is against her resolve, which is 3. And if this fails, something else will happen.
Do you want me just to take her resolve away?
You could do, yeah, just -3 to the dice roll.
1 success there.
1 success, so yes, you just command her. You don't even sort of approach her near. You just say devour him. And she's just about to resist you and come towards you as you say that, and then she just immediately stops and pauses and then turns and then jumps on him. And they both start to just eat and devour each other and start to fight. Of course, she has the element of surprise, so she gets the initial fight. But this goes on for a few seconds, for a few moments.
That's okay. Nigel can get me a wine in the meantime.
Nigel is kind of, his one arm is broken. I think it's broken. And
get yourself to safety, man.
He kind of gets up as if like, okay, yeah, he knows you can handle this, and sort of begins to limp. Just to seek first aid, but he'll still get you some wine if you want first, because that's how loyal he is. But he kind of limps towards a bit of safety.
He needs a nice little blood bag. He needs to lie down, and he'll be fine. He'll be right as rain come the next dawn. But
then you have a few moments just to literally watch them as she just starts devouring this individual, and of course she does drain all of his blood out of him and pours it into herself.
That, kiddies, is how you turn 2 enemies into 1. That's good.
But then after a while, she will get back up, and again, the individual is literally torn to pieces, and his chest has been ripped open, and she's even kind of consumed his heart and devoured it.
Beautiful. I'm sitting casual as you please in an occasional chair, probably with a glass of wine, with a glass of blood, sort of just dangling over the end. And what am I reading off her? She's still angry as shit, or is she going, oh my god, I just killed my friend?
And I think she's is frenzying at the moment. Again, with revenants, it's just they're blood crazed. They're not quite there, to be honest, and she's just as confused as anything. She was dead one moment, now she's back, and she ate someone, and she had to come here for revenge, but now she's eaten someone else. What's happening? And she's sort of confused, and there's even a moment where she's paused, like, why did I just do that? Was that this beast telling me to do it, or did someone else do it? And now her face is covered with blood and chunks of heart and flesh. And there's even blood tears that are emerging from her eyes and from her ears and her nose, as as the curse is really just overwhelming her. And it's pure feeding, pure beast almost.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sort of looks up and tilts her head towards you and just goes, I'm going to. Why? Oh God, why?
How did that feel?
You. Oh, it felt good.
You liked it, didn't you?
Oh, yes. It felt so good. And it's going to feel so much better when I do it to you. When I eat your black, foul heart. And she kind of
You
gets
can
herself
try.
upright.
You can try. Or we can make a pact.
I don't care. I need your. I need your blood. I need the blood. That'll make me whole. That's what it tells me. That's what it whispers. And she sort of taps the back of her head. Well, I'm just going to
Oh.
burn this place down. I'll burn it all down.
Seems I used my chains too early. Can I knock her into torpor? Or some such thing?
You can actually just beat her to the point where she's
Let's do that.
So yeah, she taps in the back of the head. But at some point she will just go into frenzy again. She's at the moment of
I'm
feeding when she
considering that I'm sitting here with my wine glass. We will begin by a distraction move where I just fling the fucking thing, glass and all, into her face before I rush her and beat the shit out of her.
Fair. Okay, we'll give you top initiative as you do that. If you do throw the wine glass in her face, sorry, the glass of Vita in her face, she immediately reacts just to drink the blood that's on her face.
Mhm.
Like she'll just start to lick it, and then you
Yep.
proceed to do whatever you want. So this will be combat as you jump in, and you'll be top initiative and roll away. So what do? You try and grapple her, or do you try to um, beat? I don't know. I'm trying to
Grappling
think
is
what you
so
do.
overrated.
Yeah.
Grappling is so overrated. I'm pretty much just. Considering she's already a supernatural creature and I don't need to be too fucking delicate with her, let's be poetic and let's go for a simple neck snap that leaves the neck attached, meaning that the synapses still fire. However, the rest of the body is paralyzed until the head is righted in its correct direction.
Unfortunately, that doesn't. I know what you mean, but it doesn't work with Kindred.
All right,
It's
fine. We'll
just
take her eyes
super.
out then.
Yeah, that's fine. You can take her eyes out. You can do.
Let's take her eyes
You're
out
getting
then.
Kindred, their dead bodies.
I'm not
This
sure
is
about revenants. They're all strange.
Revenants. Revenants are
We'll take.
basically physically are just like Kindred. They take
All right,
bashing
fine.
damage instead of lethal, and
Let's
they're
take
just
her
like.
eyes out then.
Okay, so that'll be an aimed hit as you're trying to go for her eyes. So it'll be a brawl plus strength.
Mhm.
No minusing her defense because she's been taken unaware. She's been surprised. For an aimed attack, though, that's -3. And basically,
Trying to find my brawl.
it's been a while since you've had to get your hands dirty.
I know. God. I know. I have people that do this for me normally.
Yeah, I'm just looking up aimed hits. I
One
think you could.
success.
Under your victim is. At least 5 points. The thing is, you can. Oh, hold on. There's at least 5. Yeah. So basically, if you did want to immobilize her quickly, you can always just stake her. There's broken bits of wood everywhere, etc., etc. But at the moment, you've injured her eye. I did lie. I think there's a -5 penalty to try and hit the.
All right. Well, I've
eye.
rolled for a -3 penalty. Would that work for a staking? Can we trade that?
Let's say that's a -3.
Or I can roll again. Up to you.
I think at the moment, let's just. Sorry, that's my bad. Let's just roll again. If you're going to aim for the eye, it's a -5. And if you're going to try and pick up a piece of wood to then try and stake it, that is a -3. And I think you need so many successes to successfully stake someone. Hold on, stake. A stake must target the heart, -3 penalty to attack, and must deal at least 5 damage in one attack. Wow, that's pretty heavy.
All right, so we're going to roll 1 dice, which is not a chance dice, and see if we can take her eyes out. And then we shall continue as planned.
Okay, fair enough.
And it's a 10.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. You go straight for those eyes, and yeah, that's fine. So she's gained the blinded tilt. So yeah, you just go ahead, describe as you jump her, rip her eyes out, I guess.
An addict knows an addict. She does. So Maria's dirty trick of sipping Vitae whilst then throwing it in her eyes is a dirty trick. But sometimes you need a dirty trick not to get your hands too dirty. As the Vitae flies and she starts, going down on herself, pretty much like going down on her knee, going, "Oh, Vitae, yay, yay! Oh my god!" Because it's good shit that Maria drinks. Not really. Can I make this a bit more brutal, David?
Yeah. So just to you've taken out one of her eyes.
That's
You
okay.
need an exceptional success to take out both eyes.
That's okay. I'll keep rolling on that 10 later on. Maybe we'll
fair
get there. But let's say for argument's sake, there'll come a swift kick to her jaw, very much like the kick that took down Ronda Rousey. Don't we all remember that? And while she's on the ground, Maria will just sort of pluck one eye out. And can I, for effect, eat it?
Yeah, you have a moment where she kind of reels back, going, "Ah, you fucking bitch," and kind of cowers a bit slightly, and then you could just pop her eyeball in your mouth and
I
burst.
won't eat it. I'll just pop it and have it like running down my face.
And then she looks back up at you with like her hand covering half her face as the eyes are out, and then immediately tries to fight back. Immediately tries to hit back. This is going to be nothing. I think even if she does succeed, it's only going to be a bit of bashing, which is going to be nothing. So she's going to attack. What is your defense? I will apply.
Yeah, that's a good question. What is my defense? Defense is 3, resilience of 2.
Bloody yeah, I think you can activate armor. Oh, that's a reflective thing. If you you can do that after damage. It's a reflective action. You can do it at any point. So this will be 6.
I'll take what she gives. I won't bother using blood until I know what she can dish.
Tag repeat. 3d10. All got 2 successes. 1 explodes.
Nice.
It's actually not bad. She's sort of 1d10. Oh, she's not. You know what? She's gone at you, and she is really angry, really slightly frenzied.
She's done a good one, hasn't she?
And she's actually knocked you a bit, just using her bare hands, not even claws or anything. She's just smacked you right in the face, like right across your face, and the eyeball that you popped in your mouth during the face flies across the room and lands elsewhere. And she's done a bit of damage actually in that single sort of blow. She's actually really poor. You feel you sort of spit out a tooth, and she has quite bruised or damaged you, but you take it, and you don't. You could even activate blood, your resilience to absorb a lot of the damage, but you don't. You just sort of go.
This is actually quite refreshing. Probably just.
It's been a while since someone's really punched you in the face and just some anger.
And just sort of feel at the cavity of a tooth and be like, oh. Cute.
And at this point, yes, you make is your top initiative, next combat turn. And she just does that. And there's a moment of pause where she just does that mighty hit on you and expecting to fly across the room like the others that she's done that to. She's been able to just hit and spend blood and cause pain and misery. But for you just absorb it as if it was nothing. And there's a moment of pause. So yes, there is loads of broken bits of wood or whatever surrounding you to try and pick up a stake.
So, all things considered, let me just translate this down. So, I've got 3 damage. So, that would be. That's just bashing, really.
Oh, it's
That's not
bashing.
what
Oh,
I'm
it's
talking
bashing.
about.
It's all bashing
I'm
damage. You
going to
can
be
get all that
cocky
in
and
one
try and
go.
take her other eye out.
All right, it's a minus.
It'll be that 1 dice again.
You can spend blood points just to 1 blood point ups your strength by 2.
Yeah, let's show her who's boss.
And I think you can spend quite a few blood points per turn, so you can up your strength.
Oh
Whatever
god, I
if you wanted to.
can spend more than 1%. Fuck it. Let's do 3d10. So that's 1 blood point spent.
Ooh.
How am I getting zeros?
I don't
That
know.
should-
You've done a D10, 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 something. I'm not sure.
Let me try that again.
Ah, ouch. Yeah,
Jesus.
you totally got that extra eye. So there's a moment of pause where she's just hit you, and then you just do the same thing and reaching for her.
I can just imagine this more like, in that Kill Bill moment where you've got like the whole snake eyes thing going on. It's like, oh, delightful.
You just go grab the other eye. Actually, I'm trying to look. I think she can heal the damage to the eyes, but I think it takes a lot of healing to do that. But we'll simply say she doesn't quite realize how to heal yet properly. So she's just on the floor, crying out in pain as you rip the other eye out and just going, "Oh, you bitch! I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna eat your black fucking heart. I'm gonna drink you down, and I'm gonna." And she's crawling on the floor trying to find out where you are, just screaming and shouting.
I've made enough of a mess on my new carpet. I will grab her by the back of the neck like a naughty kitten and drag her down into my torture dungeon.
She's just screaming away, crying
It's
out,
fine.
going, "Don't you get it?" And at this
The
point,
improvements I've made include soundproofing.
oh
Good
yes,
kindred
definitely.
should.
Oh no, actually, it's already been soundproofed. It's already
Thank
set
you,
up.
Graves.
Yeah, good old Graves. He already set it out that way. And I think what we can happily end scene with you just dragging this victim, this individual, down into the basement.
Oh no, give me one more moment.
Oh, one more moment. Okay,
One more moment as I go down to the dank basement, unlock my darling daughter, and when she so coyly asks, "Who's that?" with no eyes, say, "A naughty little child. Now go to your room like a good girl."
I'm assuming the chains get unlocked, or she's
Oh,
left.
yes.
And she just simply looks and goes like, "Yes, mother, and then
Good
sort of
girl.
bows and then and gets out as quickly as possible, realizing who she saw, and still mumbling to herself, "Death is here, death is coming, death is here." And then she sort of goes up the stairs. And at this point, I'd say you lock the other individual up. She kind of is still blinded and still screaming and still kicking against the chains. And with that, we'll zoom back upstairs as a certain ghoul, just who's somewhat healed, some of the damage occurred to him, looks at the blood and simply goes, just like the good old days. And with that, he kind of closes the shop door, flips the sign over to say closed, and then proceeds to tidy up the mess once more. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show.